storm, the Statue of Liberty has been closed after the hurricane cut off access to Liberty Island. The statue was not harmed, but several structures on the island were ruined. Before Sandy, Lady Liberty had been closed for year-long renovations starting in late 2011. After the work was done, the statue was reopened for one day. Then the hurricane struck. Tomorrow, the 4th of July, the Statue of Liberty will finally reopen, hopefully for a long time. Tours are booked until next Wednesday and the Crown until August, but the island will be open to everyone starting tomorrow. Earlier today, Antonina Zielinska visited Brooklyn's Valentino Pier, a spot that provides a clear view of that statue. For Antonina, a native of Poland who came to America and became a citizen, that vantage point also provides a view of some other important things others might take for granted.
Here in Valentino Pier in Red Hook, it's a nice, calm, quiet day. But tomorrow night, the skies will be lit up with 4th of July fireworks, and the Statue of Liberty will once again shine in their light. I was always fond of Lady Liberty. She was brought over here from Europe without much say, just like me. But she ended up being a staple in the American culture. Growing up as an immigrant family, I didn't know much about American culture. It took me many years to come to understand what this country is all about. When I first started school, the red, white, and blue really meant nothing to me, and the Star-Spangled Banner and the Pledge of Allegiance were just a bunch of words. To be honest, I didn't really like the culture here, and the kids were kind of mean, and it took me quite a long time to learn English. When I was 16 years old, my mother said it was time. I was almost an adult, and I had to make a decision whether or not I wanted to become an American citizen or stay an immigrant. And I realized even though they are still part of the American culture I did not really like, there are some I could not live without. And so I decided that America is not something I could simply shed. It has become part of who I am. Independence Day always reminds me of the oath of allegiance I took to the United States and how I became a journalist so I could help uphold the democratic process. But enough about me. I want to know what other people think of 4th of July.
Yeah, it's a very important day. First of all, I love the food.
I'm expecting some kind of march or ceremony, and it just matches our schedule for this trip. And we hope we can visit the White House or the Parliament.
But not to be out in a crowd in New York is actually preferable, I think. I like a little room, and I prefer not to have a lot of crowds.
I'm always happy to be in places with fireworks, but it is a great day to just to be out in green or on water or in more of kind of the natural parts of the U.S. And of course here I live in Manhattan and love it, but usually I like something park-like and brightly lit.
Out of all our freedoms, which one do you think is the most important to you?
That we have free speech.
Right. And how do you express your free speech?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question, actually. By voting, that we can vote for president, and yeah.
You don't have to let a police officer into your house if you don't want to, or answer questions from a police officer.
For the most part, until 2001, we had complete freedom from fear. So I think it's a very safe and somewhat complacent way to grow up, but it certainly has made the U.S. very different from a lot of places in the world.
Having talked to these good people, I realized I can't wait for tomorrow's barbecue and show of fireworks. Hey, maybe there'll even be some rock music. After all, it is a staple of Americana. Reporting for Currents, this is Antonina Zielinska.
And as we all get ready for hot dogs and fireworks and our Antonina gets ready for rock and roll, it's worth listening for a moment to the words of U.S. Archbishop Michael Jackals as he offers his thoughts on the